This is a video on the easiest way I know to download audio off of the web and then burn it to a CD. For example, if you want to download a sermon that you like and burn it onto a CD for a friend, this is the easiest way I know to do it. Now, you can see that I'm at the Almont Vineyard Church sermon page, and I'm going to download a file off of here and then burn it to a CD. And the software I'm going to use for that is iTunes. It's just the easiest way I know to do it. And so I recommend that if you don't have iTunes, that you go to Google and just search iTunes. And you will probably see as one of the first links that comes up, download iTunes now. If you don't see that, then if you go to the iTunes page, uh, you'll be able to find where to download it. But if I click on download iTunes now, it gives me the option to download iTunes. Now maybe you already have iTunes. If you have an iPod or an iPhone, probably you have iTunes in order to sync that. But if you don't, you're going to want to download it. It's a great software to use. I use it for my music anyway, but you want to download that. So let's assume you've downloaded that now, and you want to burn a CD of some audio. So you're going to choose whatever sermon you want to download, amongst any of these. If you go to any of these, if I click here, I can see all these different sermons that are in here. I'm going to just stick with the one I have up, but you want to look at the media menu as a drop down, and you will get the option to download audio. Now it should ask you where you want to download it. I'm on a Macintosh, and so it actually asks me if I want to open it with iTunes. If you get the same option, go ahead and do that. Just open it with iTunes. But I'm going to show you if it doesn't give you that option, because that's going to be not as simple actually. So let's say that it just asks you, okay, do you want to save the file? Where do you want to save it? I'm just going to save it to my desktop. And now that file appears. So I have that file on my desktop now, just sitting here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on that and go to Open With. That's off of my screen. Let me slide this over so you can see what I'm doing. Open With, and I'm going to say open it with iTunes. And then it should actually start playing in here. And where you're going to find it is if you go on the side menu into Music and choose Songs. Now I have a ton of songs in here, so I'm going to have to kind of search around for this, but you will probably have fewer songs if you just downloaded iTunes. But I'm going to just order this by name, and the name of this is apparently All In, so I'm going to just scroll down and find it. There it is. Okay? Great. At this point, you're going to want to insert your CD if you have not done so already, and it should be a CDR, okay? It doesn't have to be Memorex, that's just the brand I happen to have, but it should be a CDR. You can see that here, CD-R, or CD-RW will probably work as well, but it should be one of those. You want to insert that into your DVD or CD drive on your computer. So you found your recording here in iTunes, and you have your disc, your writable CD inserted into your computer, and you're going to want to do one more preliminary step, which is to just right click on the song or the sermon or file and go down to New Playlist from Selection. And you can just name it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it with that name. And the reason for that is because for some reason, so it's showing me that it's made one over here. The reason for that is that iTunes burns playlists to disks most effectively. There may be some other way to do it, but this is the way I know. So then you're going to want to go, so you're in music already, and you go over to playlists, and then you're going to find that playlist. You can see that I've got that playlist here. And if I right click on it, it gives me the option Burn Playlist to Disk. And then at this point you can choose what you want. The higher speed you choose, the more likely it is to have problems in the burning. So if you have like no problems burning disks, then you can just make it maximum possible. You might want to back it down a little bit if you want. I just leave it on maximum possible because usually it works fine. And choose audio CD, not either of these others, because you want it to be audio somebody could play in their CD player. And then you click burn. And after you click burn, it's going to go ahead and burn that. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't want to use this disk to burn this particular audio, but you just click burn and it'll burn the audio CD for you. It'll pop out and you can play it in your CD player.